Good afternoon, OACP members. I thought I'd take a few minutes and update you with a quick video. With so much going on, sometimes written documents and emails can be overwhelming. I thought it might be nice just to give you a feel for some things that are going on that I'd like you to be aware of. The first thing I'd like you to know has to do with a funding issue in basic training at DPSST. As you know, DPSST lost $2 million in other funds during the recent second special session of the legislature, and they are having a fiscal challenge. What it means for you right now is that DPSST is currently able to do classes up until November. That's their 15th class of the biennium. Usually we do 20 in a typical biennium. We're at 15. The 16th is in question. That's in December. DPSST had to spend $1 million assisting OHA and other agencies with COVID-19 that they will be reimbursed for, but they don't have the money yet. So at this point in time, there are no basic training classes. If the December class isn't possible, from December until July of this next year, I've been working closely with DPSST and the co-chairs of Ways and Means to try to address the problem and to get funding restored so that those classes can continue. But it is an issue right now, and I just wanted to alert you to that. If you're hiring officers, I'll promise to keep you updated on that. Second is that Oregon Association Chiefs of Police and the Sheriff's Association issued a press statement in response to the governor's request that resources from surrounding counties and one police agency come into Portland to assist. They are not able in Portland right now because of strained resources to answer calls for service outside of the protest area. They are thin and tired and they do need assistance. But our press statement made it clear in consultation with those counties and the city of Gresham that it is not possible for law enforcement to come in and operate within Portland without the support of elected leaders, without immunity for prosecution, without some other conditions that right now make it impossible for outside agencies to really assist. Oregon State Police will be moving personnel in to assist again with Portland, and we're hopeful that your agencies, to the degree possible, can help fill the gap where OSP is having to pull folks out of areas around the state in order to continue to address the protest problems that are happening in Portland. There is an effort to try to work out issues. The fact that they're not prosecuting all the crimes that we feel like should be prosecuted there, the fact that presiding judges are not holding people that are arrested for some of the violence that's occurring, those are issues that have to be resolved before law enforcement can really go in to assist an agency that's been doing a heroic job in the spite of terrible public opposition, and especially opposition from elected leaders. The third thing I want to talk about is something we don't usually deal with. It's a rulemaking process. It's being done by Osha right now. It's called the Osha Infectious Disease Rulemaking. It would apply to businesses and entities around the state, including police departments right now, if it is approved. Again, the chiefs and sheriffs are working together to submit comments requesting that we're exempted from these new infectious disease requirements. They would be a new layer of regulation on top of what we already do to ensure that we're protecting our police officers and the people we're interacting with from contracting COVID-19. The comment period ends on the 7th of September. We'll have comments submitted by then. And then we expect that rule to take effect as early as September 21st. So stay tuned. We're hopeful that we're able to obtain that exemption, but we're working on it. We don't have it done yet. This week, actually tomorrow, the Joint Transparent Policing and Use of Force Reform Committee meets again to consider yet another round of draft proposed legislation around police reform. Tomorrow, there are 8 separate concepts that have been listed. We have seen drafts for 5 of them, and we will be making comments on all 5. Included in those 5 are another bill dealing with tear gas and munitions, The second one deals with law enforcement uniforms. You'll remember that terrible bill that would require every agency to wear a white shirt and blue slacks. Well, that's gone, but there's still a bill, and we're going to be working to make sure that that's not damaging. The third one deals with a law enforcement misconduct database that would add new requirements for submitting misconduct discipline from your agencies to DPSSP to go on that public database that right now just contains decertification issues. And then finally, there's a bill that would require a new use of force reporting system, similar to the one that right now is being managed by the FBI. The FBI has their federal or national use of force database. We've encouraged all of you to enroll in that database and to begin entering data. And we're going to encourage the state of Oregon, instead of recreating the wheel and spending money on a whole new system and creating yet another responsibility for you to report, we're encouraging them to simply utilize that federal database. The last thing I want to mention just quickly is you've seen some high-profile announcements over the last few weeks from some long-term partners of ours. After 30 years, Superintendent Travis Hampton is retiring from the Oregon State Police, and Eric Skavlix retiring from DPSSP to take an exciting role in Maryland. Both of these individuals are outstanding partners. They're going to be greatly missed. You probably noticed that Deputy Superintendent Terry Davey has been announced as the new OSP superintendent. But for the DPSSP position, they're going to do a national search. So we won't have answers to that for a few months. Thank you, all of you, for all that you are doing. I hope that you're safe and well. This is a difficult time, but it's a time where we're going to make it through. Maintain your integrity and your work ethic and keep your heads up. You're doing an excellent job. And I will tell you that the public is far more supportive than it appears right now. And I think they're getting tired of the violence and the rhetoric around police brutality. So stay strong. It's a privilege to serve all of you, and my best to all of you. We'll look forward to talking to you very soon, and thanks.